It all begins with his name, which according to himself is Tariq Nasheed. The issue with that is that the only people to whom the name Allah would be relevant is, obviously, Muslims. But it is against Islamic doctrine to name your kids Allah, which would be tantamount to naming your son God Jones. This suggests that Tariq's name is less than legitimate, which brings us to something that was relatively popular in 90s hip-hop and past century black culture in general, the Nation of Islam, and the tradition of abandoning their birth names, which they deemed slave names, and adopting names that were Arabic or otherwise native to Africa. The famous boxer Muhammad Ali's name was originally Cassius Clay, for example. What further cemented people's suspicion was that Tariq means striker, and Nasheed is a kind of Islamic song that can be sung as an a cappella. What a conspicuously rapper-like name for a rapper to have. Alternatively, Tariq means the one who knocks. This got people investigating Tariq's social media and trying to find out who his family was, which proved remarkably easy considering he referred to them directly in his live streams. His sister, who ran for city council in Novi, Michigan, has Sanders as her last name. Further inspection of Tariq's Facebook posts led to his father's account under the name of Nathan Sanders. Multiple posts of his included pictures of him and Tariq, but one specific post with an old family picture of a woman and a boy had a single comment under it. "Look at Mom and Mark. Oops, Tariq." Could this boy in the picture be Tariq Nasheed? Or rather, Marcus Sanders? So he changed his name. So what? I bet your name isn't Turkey Tom either, I hear you saying. Legally, it is, but that's a story for another day. Well, if you run the name Marcus Sanders on online US criminal case databases, you find a certain Marcus Sanders from Birmingham, Alabama, the same place Tariq lived in for most of his life. This Marcus Sanders was convicted of second-degree burglary and third-degree escape in 1987. Was that the bite of 87? A lot of rappers have a criminal record, so that isn't surprising. Plus, whoever he robbed probably owed him reparations anyway, and I bet Tariq used the money to build a museum or something. Once again, a Marcus Sanders, whom the court documents specify resided in Alabama, but was born in Detroit, Michigan, just like Tariq, was arrested on a drug conspiracy charge along with two other guys who were caught trying to move 440 pounds of cocaine to Detroit in '96. The story supposedly goes as follows. The case got federal attention, and one of his co-conspirators, Robert Gibson, agreed to snitch on the others, probably in exchange for witness protection. Sanders' reaction to finding out about this was to gun him down before he could make it to court. Marcus Sanders was then convicted to life imprisonment. Wait, so that means he couldn't be Tariq, right? Or could he? The theory goes that Marcus didn't actually kill Gibson so that he wouldn't testify. He killed Gibson so that he could take his place in witness protection. Marcus Sanders became a government asset, informing them not only about drug trafficking, but also human trafficking, which is what he was gathering information on when he went to Brazil, and why he actively sought out pimps when he was in LA. They put a fake picture and age for him in the newspapers and let him take on this new identity. Tariq Nasheed, the playa and pimp who somehow manages to get primetime television placements out of thin air. The money he gets for his work as an agent is laundered through faux book sales in the Caribbean, and later on, through his merchandise and movies. As for his later move into black politics, it's quite simple. Whereas in the 60s, the CIA had to create COINTELPRO to keep tabs on civil rights activists like MLK Jr. and Malcolm X, this time they plant their own guy as the black identity agitator. not only to control the movement, but also to disrupt others, such as the ADOS, through infighting. This is why Tariq can say so many wild things, be in trouble with the IRS, scam multitudes of people, and still get away with it, even retaining his blue check mark. He keeps calling other people agents because that's what he is. Or at least, that's what this game theory says. For all I know, he's related to Colonel Sanders, or Bernie Sanders. The American people are tired of